Everybody, lovely to see you. It's one of those days where it's actually warmer outside than it is indoors, so I propose we get moving, little bit of time together, just stretching things out, and then we can just get on with the day and perhaps venture off outside and get some blue sky, some sunshine behind the eyes and into the brain. Always lifts the spirits, doesn't it? Now, before we start, remember to be comfortable, use rolled hand towels, cushions, pillows, anything that helps. I'm not going to use anything, so I'll pop that over there. Really good. Okay, now, something we were doing in class this morning in the beginners stretch session was some hip work. So come and do this with me. Okay, we're going to have legs bent, but legs out wide, okay, and look from the side. I'm going to have my hands behind me, and you can pop your hands in a fist. You don't have to be out on the palms if that's awkward, okay? So, legs out wide, and this is the 90-90, all right? It's just a nice little bit of movement here for around the hips, but we have the legs wide, look, like this, so that when we drop the knee down, we've got this 90-90 positioning with our legs. Just breathe, feel calm, you know, pop some music on, just something calm and gentle to listen to, and you will travel a little bit doing this. Now, things we need to just be wary of. If you suffer with hip bursitis, which is that really sore, debilitating pain on the outside of your thigh, I'm sorry, but this isn't going to be a good move for you, so you're going to have to miss this out. You might either do your own thing or just sit for a moment. Or you can try it going smaller, you know, like a little bit. You can open out, but it's the dropping down that's the issue. So I shall leave that for you to work out what your body's going to let you get away with today. All right, well done. Now, what about maybe trying this a little bit deeper? Let me just shuffle back a bit. Sitting up. This is significantly harder. I don't know how it manages to jump from feeling really calm and pleasant to then suddenly really sort of like pushing our limits there around our hips and into our back. But can you see how I'm getting closer to you as well? So we do travel. All right. And don't beat yourself up, you know, if your back and your hips just aren't there today for this, do this one. It doesn't matter, does it? You know, it's all about just keeping things moving. But also realising and acknowledging how our body's feeling today, not how it felt yesterday or what it used to be able to do 10 years ago. Just how is it feeling today? It's really important that we listen in and work with it rather than against it. So there we go. That's plenty of movement there. Let's walk the feet in. I'm just going to shuffle back a bit. Okay. Now, challenge number 2 is, can you do this position like this? It's hips. I'm sorry, if hips isn't your game today, don't do it. Go and have a cup of tea. Do something else. Save this for another day. All right, so this is, I always think of this as if we're sort of sitting side saddle. So I've got this back leg. Can you see? I've got it in this, I've got my legs in that 90-90 position again. So can you draw this back? If you're cramping right into the hip, into the buttock, then bring the leg a little bit further forwards. Hand towels, pillows and cushions you might want underneath the legs to sort of like hold them up a bit if you need. But look, You'd think this would be easy, wouldn't you, to be able to just sit straight and sit tall. Some of us really struggle. We're sort of in cramp positions in our hips and really finding it difficult. So lean off to the side if you want to, that's okay. All right. Our aim is to always be able to sit straight, but sometimes we've got to go off to the side a bit. So I'm going to add in some side movement here now, all right? So I've got my arms like this, just relaxed. Now this is our right side, so right arm is going to lead, okay? We're going to breathe in and bring this arm up to the ceiling, and then we're going to breathe out and reach across. That should feel lovely. And this left arm here on the floor that I'm wiggling, you can have that elbow bent. You don't have to have it straight, whatever works for you. We're going to come up and we're going to change arms. Now this side doesn't move quite so easily, but the stretch is there. I can feel it, it's here, right down here, and I can feel it sitting into the hip there. Beautiful. Now for some of us, this isn't, we aren't able to sit up like this with an arm up in the air, so your aim is to just try and sit up with your hand on the floor, because you might be over here somewhere, and the minute you try and reach your arm up, you're just going to fall off to the side. So find your bit, right? So we're here. Let's flow. Let's switch arms. Breathe in. Breathe out and reach across. Lovely. Breathe in, coming up. And reach up. And try to reach across. Breath out. Breathe in. And breathe out. Coming up. Last time here. You're doing really, really well. Surprisingly deep. Okay, bring your hand down. Very, very good. And we're just going to move these legs over to the left side, okay? So use your hands, bring those legs round. Sit in your side saddle position. So we're trying to get this knee to be running directly out from our hip, but of course, bring it up a little closer if that's where you are today. All right. Can you sit up? Sit up straight. If that's cramping in the hip here, right into the buttock area there, come off to the side a bit. Relieve a bit of that pressure. And use your hand towels underneath if it's aggravating your knees. All right. Sitting up tall and straight is your challenge. It doesn't matter if you never get there, it's the trying. Okay, so it's going to be easier reaching over to the right side first. So let's start with this left arm, okay? Take a deep breath in for me and reach up. Beautiful. Now breathe out and reach across. That length from fingertips right down into the hip. Very good. Coming up. Let's change sides. Now remember, you're going to hit some resistance very early on. So that's me. How's that for you? Stay there a moment, okay? Because remember, you might have one side that's difficult and the other side was fine, but you might find your challenge is to be able to just hold yourself up straight. You might be off to the side a bit. That's okay, all right? But I'm going to come back here. So we're going to flow. We're going to come up. And we're going to change arms, breathe in. That's it, breathe out, reach across. Good, coming up and change. Lovely. And one more. Easy on the breathing, just relax with your jaw. You are fabulous, wonderful. One more here. That's it. So good. There we go. Back to the middle. Well done. Now, If you were off to the side there initially, are you any closer to getting straight? Hopefully. But when you're ready, use your hand and bring that leg round. Well done. Legs out in front, and we're just going to finish with the 90-90 again. So remember, we want the legs out wider. So go out wide. Pop your hands behind you and just gently sway again. Doesn't have to be fast, doesn't have to be particularly low like that. Just however you're feeling. But hopefully that has woken up a few muscles, got the blood moving. There we go. Come back to the middle, walk your feet in, walk your hands in, and that is you done. Wonderful, really, really good. So that was just all around the hips and the lower back. You might have felt it in your knees a little bit. A bit of weight bearing in the wrist, you know, all these things we have to sort of consider sometimes, annoyingly. But really good. I thought you were wonderful. Okay, so I'm going to be putting up some little posts like this. I'm going to be going live, just because it's easier. Just press a button, boom. So I'll be doing lots of these little posts for the next few weeks. So anything you want in particular, let me know, and I'll see what I can come up with. But I'm just going to generally work our way all the way around the body. But well done, looking really good, absolutely fantastic. If you want to come and join any of the classes, we've got the progressive and the beginners. It's all on my website. You can find all the information. Otherwise, just send me a message. And always happy to help. Have a great day. Go outside now. Go and enjoy some of that sunshine, that blue sky. Lovely to see you. Bye-bye.